Okay, now let's say this is the four sheets, what we are able to see here, and this is our dashboard. So the best part, what we do is first, we'll go to the format, click on dashboard, and we'll set the colors of the background. Okay, and then related to the font size, whatever the font size we would be requiring to showcase, you're going to choose it. Okay, you want to show the shading, you can show the shading, right, of the dashboard title. Okay, if I want to choose the borders, I'll choose the borders of my dashboard. Yes, shading of worksheet titles as well. So let's say if I'm giving the font sizes 12, a small size with the bold stuff. So I can make use of. So it will apply across in single click rather than going individual and checking and clicking it. It is better to do it at first place itself. The same thing goes with shading. If you want to give the background shading to your sheet types, or you want to keep the similar, you want to create or select according to the pick from the screen. Let's say if I want to pick it from the zoom color, as I'm clicking on zoom and clicking on OK, you see it is getting applied. So you can apply according to the logos, colors also. Okay, anything which is brought into the screen stuff. Now text objects, whatever the objects, what we are going to bring, what should be the title of it. So we can bring. All right, so this is with the part of formatting of our dashboard titles, sheet titles, borders, alignment. We have done it here. Now coming to the part of objects. If I want to bring the horizontal container, so I can bring the horizontal container and put it at the sideways. Why? Let's see. Now, let's say I want to create a filter shelf here where I want to bring all my filters at this corner. So for that, what I'm gonna do, so let's say this is my vertical container. I'm bringing at this corner. All right. So I'll reduce the size. Now this is my container where I want to place all my filters at this corner. So to do this, first we'll create the sheets and bring the fields to apply in the filters. Now, as I'm talking about dashboard, so yesterday we have seen the relationship between the sheets in dashboard. So we'll create one by one. Now, let's say this is a simple view where I'm showing my 4 years of trend of sales. So let's say if I bring this in a form of sales over here. Okay. So this is category with sum of sales showing with the grand total. So instead of category, let's say I'll bring in the form of market. So this is market level, 4 years of year-on-year sales of all of my 4 year sales, every year sales information. All right, so this is my first sheet. In second sheet, let's say I'm creating a geographical view, country, state. Okay, then I'm bringing my sales into size, profit into color. So this is, so I'll start to name the sheets. Like, let's say market by sales. Um, Year on year market by sales. Your state level sales. Your sales versus profit by supply. All right. Now here to bring it sales, control click profit, subcategory, choose the appropriate chart as scatter plot. And then I'm using here entire view, some of the labels. All right. So this is my third chart. All right. So I'll come to the fourth chart. let's say if I have to create my top 10 products, top 10 products with this sum of sales. For that, what I need to do, right click, filter, top 10 sales, make it entire view. Same thing, I'll duplicate the sheet. Here, edit filter, I'll make it from. So for this, I need to go with ascending. So here I'm getting with the lowest sales, there I'm getting with the highest sales. So that I can bring both of my sheets, top 10 sales, top 10 products or top 10 sales, right? Products. So I'll copy this. Here instead of top, I'll name this as bottom. Bottom 10 sales by product. Now I come back to the dashboard. Okay. So see, right now in this dashboard, it is in a standard view. I can make the changes here as well from the dashboard itself. So for the axis, we'll hide the axis. Now making it entire view. Okay. So here it is top 10. Let's bring the bottom 10 beside this. So side by side, we are showcasing our products as well as which are top and which are bottom. So this is the simple view of our dashboard where there is no insight, just the current information we are trying to showcase on this dashboard. But the every dashboard, whatever you create, it should be with insights. Then only it makes sense. As just I am showcasing the overview of the dashboard. So this all information which are already present. We need to create KPIs and different scenario based charts. Okay. All right. So dashboard title. I need to rename the dashboard title. So I'll do it from here. Like example says overview. I can't say analysis because it is just a overview. Sales overview from 2020 to 2024. So this becomes my dashboard title. Now double click. I can do this way also, where I can bring it in the center. If I want to make it to the blue gold font. Okay. So this becomes my dashboard title. Now that comes to the part of bringing our filters. Let's say I want to bring this filter across. So I'll right click on this drill down key. You see, I've got go to sheet. Go to sheet means it will take us to the directly to the sheet. Duplicators, as we know, it will duplicate the sheet. Okay, so it is right now standard fit with the entire width view. So we have got this options of this particular sheet, title of the sheet, captions. So caption is the over, like it's like a comment of this particular sheet. What exactly this, like it says sum of sales broken down by order date year versus market. That is our caption. All right, now you see we have got filters. Let's say, so when you hover your mouse towards the filter, you are getting as market, sum of sales, and year of order date. Why these fields? Because these fields are used to create this visualization, and that is the reason why it is reflecting only these three fields in this view. So what it states, any fields which are used here to create the visualization, you will find all those fields here. Now let's say on the dashboard front, I want to bring the year of order date into dashboard. Now you see, it is placed over here. So as we have learned into the filters part, when I click on this filters card over here, which is also called as interactive filter, when I click on this drill down key, you see I've got multiple values drop down. So we have got some space, right? Rather than using the whole space, here we are giving the drop down. That's why we use the option called as multiple values drop down, right? And it has placed into where? It is placed into your, this is vertical container, which I have gotten, okay? The same way, I'll click over here and let's say if I bring it onto the market level. So I'll bring the market as well. So you see now, right click, multiple values drop down. So I've got my both the filters in the right hand side corner. Now Whenever I'm applying any filter, it is getting applied only in one sheet. If I have to make this apply across all the sheets, which option I need to use? And from where? Anyone? Yes, guys. You remember, right? So instead of year of order date, I'm naming this as only year. Yes, anyone?
So slicer we have to use.
You're not using Excel here, dear. You are using Tableau. So there is no word called slicer. Okay. You're mixing your Excels, into Tableau. I'm talking about like here it is. See, right now it is here. If I'm applying, you see it is getting applied only in one sheet. If I want to apply it across all the sheets, which is the option we learned in filters.
Date.
Monica, Anjali, Karthik. Yes, quickly.
Sir,
I'm talking.
formatting,
Yes, yes.
formatting option we will select na sir.
Formatting.
We have connection. We
I'm
have to
talk
give connection, sir.
where you have to give the connection now in the dashboard. If I have to say, okay, let's say individual sheet where I have to connect it now. You got the question right. What exactly we want to do it here? See, this filter is getting applied only in one sheet. It should get applied across all the sheets. Guys, there is no use of learning Tableau if you're forgetting all the stuff. Okay. My simple question was this year filter should be applied across all the sheets. What is the option we use? We are into the last topic of the Tableau, that is Tableau dashboard. Right click, apply to the worksheets, all using this data source. This was the simple answer you have to give it. See now, whenever I am going to apply, it gets applied across all the sheets. When I click on 2011, I'll get the top 10 sales. I'll get the bottom sales, bottom product of 2011. I'll get all the analysis only related to 2011. You see this? So this is the breakup of quarter 1, 2, 3, 4 of 2011. Did you recall it now? When I say filters, apply to
Yes,
the
sir.
worksheet.
Yes, sir.
What? Yes, yes. I don't know people what you're doing. Okay, got the loads. So I'll make this as floating. So this thing, I'll click on the legends, color legends. I'll make it as floating. And this belongs to which chart? Output. So this belongs to the profit chart. When I make it floating, I can resize our format it. So yeah. So still I can do it like by going to the layout, making it a single row. Now in the single row, I have got my. Okay, so again, I can rename this as sales analysis overview 2020 to 2024. So this becomes my title of my dashboard. Double click, control A, B, or make it bold, bring it to the center, click on apply, and the same thing. I'll go to the format, dashboard. Here, go. Okay. Now we were into the part of bringing our filters, right? Go to the format, dashboard, worksheet titles, make it bold, reduce the size, make it 12, then bold. So this is my dashboard. Now let's bring the filters. Right click, filters, quarter of order date. So instead of quarter of order date, let's say if I want to bring it year, what I need to do from that case, I need to drag this order date into the filter shelf and make it as years. Next, click on all, apply and open. So my data is 2011 to 2014. So I'll make it this way. So it depends on your database, what kind of data you are using. All right. So, okay. Now, yeah. Now when I come back to the dashboard and again when I apply this, it does, let's say, see quarter of order date, year of order. Now we are going to use year of order. So click on this reversal triangle and make use of multiple values. Drop down. Same thing I'll go with for here. Now the fields which we have not used, but we want to use it into the filters. Like for example, here we are using market. And here we have got subcategories, top 10 products. Yes, top 10 products by sales. So let's say we'll bring the category also into the filter sheet. Click on all and apply and okay. Why I am doing this? Because if I have to bring the category into the dashboard part as a filter, I need to drag it and just keep it into my filter shelf. Or that field I can use it into the detail tab. Okay, detail prop marks product. Multiple values drop down. Now you see I've got my both the filters. I'll double click on this name. Instead of year of order date, I'll just name this as year. A standardized name of this filter. So one is of category, the another one is of year. So these are all my parental field filters. So what was the option to apply across all the sheets was click here, apply to the worksheets all using this data source so that this filter will start to work across all your sheets. Okay. So you can call it as like a main filter onto the dashboard where it is getting applied across. Right now you see it is applying only in one sheet. So to make it, what is the option? Click on drill down key, go to the apply to the worksheets all using this data source. Now it starts to apply this filter across the sheet. So in the furniture, if you see there is bottom 10 products by sales, it's CEO. If I go with office supplies, you see there are no top board products. All are going under the bottom ones, which are not falling under top 10 categories. When I say technology, it is falling only under the technology. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what does it mean? Out of all the products, the technology products are 7 products in top 10. If I talk about office supplies, you see none of the points. If in the furniture, so 7 of technologies and 3 of furniture are going under top 10. When I say office supplies, all the bottom products are related to office supplies. Simple. So by this way, the end user is going to make dynamic use of these filters, which is the easiest way to apply, and it gets applied across all the sheets as all the sheets are used from the same data source. And that is the reason why we have applied the worksheet called as all using this data source. All using this data source means from a single data source, that is order master data sheet of an Excel file, which we considered as a global superstore as your data source file. So your data source is order master data. All the sheets are created from single data source. And that is why we have used that option and now it gets applied across all. So this is the use of your horizontal or vertical, whichever container you take, according to that you can place it. Simple as that. Now let's say if I make this as floating. Now you see, I can just float it and keep it at the top as well. I'll just reduce the size and keep it this way. Now I've got the 2 filters side by side. Now I can use it. So when I'm presenting this, the end user can use this filter at this time. Or what we can do is Just to make it more simple, I'll reduce some more size of mine. So how to do it? Right click, floating. Or I can keep side by side. See? So I'll just remove this container. I have to remove the container, then it will become individual part. Container. So as I've deleted the container, so I lost all my filters. So if I have to remove the container, I need to click on the container and I have to remove it. So right now what I'm doing is I'm into the filters part. Just reduce the size. So when I'm presenting this, so it is overlapping because of this content. Now I can replace it. So you see when I right click on remove container, I can make it still smaller size. Because I require very less space to apply the filters. So I can place it this corner. For this, I can double click on the profit name. I can remove this and still I can make the smaller size. And right click it, go to the layout, make it single row. Remove the title and resize. So this becomes my state profit. Same thing, I'll bring the category, keep it here, right click, remove the title, reduce the size. Now, after removing the title, how I should know which field it is or which filter it is, name of the filter. So we'll make use of this text object now. Double click on this text object, type it as the name of the field that was category. So I'm making it bold, black color. So I'm going to use the same size what I've used for year. Okay, now you see when I applied this, it got applied with the help of. Now again I need to make this text also as floating so that I can resize accordingly. Rather than blue adjusting its size and shape with the tilt, I'm making it floating. So this category, I'll just place it here, this way. For this, right click, again the same, I'll remove the title, reduce the size. On text, click on floating, click on text. Here, I'll name this as here. I'll just make it as bold, black color. Okay. Now I'll just reduce the size. So by this way, you resize it. Now, when I present this, this will be your dashboard. So here the end user can apply easily with applying this filter as well. This is with the, what we have seen is horizontal, vertical text. Here we have got an image. When you say image, we can bring the logo. Let's say, for example, I'm then bringing this logo and applying it and placing it. Now I have to place it. So I can place it at any corner of it. Let's say here it is floating. I'll remove this floating and I can place the corner. And let's say I'll reduce it. Okay, so nice. Now you can bring three more filters here, which we have learned in Excel dashboards. The same way you can apply your slices as in Excel we use it. The same way you can bring some more filters into this section so that according to your requirement, you can bring your filters in this column. So this becomes with your dashboard part with the connectivity of filters across all the sheets. So this is with the image. Now let's say if I want to bring the blank space here. So I can just bring the blank and place it. Right now it is in floating. If I make it and bring it if I have to say like, I want to create a blank space over here. So for that, it will not be visible in the view, but yes, you have created the partition of it. For example, let's say here, you see, there is no space between your sheets. It is, connecting or it is continuous with one another. Bringing the blank in between, you can reduce the space. When you're presenting it, it gives a nice view where you have given a equal partition between the upper sheets and below sheets. Okay, that is the use of your blank. This is how you can use your blank sheet, that is blank object. Okay, so here I'm using the blank one. For that, now what you can do, you can give your sheets borders also. If you go to the format, okay, workbook, if you have to talk about, see, you can set your, across all the sheets, you can set your, now if I make it as all the whole workbooks are font bold, so you see everything got bold. If I make it normal, so in a single go, you are making it in a single click. Now worksheet titles is 15. I can reduce it to 12. If I have to make it bold, I'll make it this way. Dashboard titles, sheet titles, let's say dashboard title I need to make 15. I can do it from the formatting of dashboard or workbook. If I click on dashboard, so it will be related to the dashboard. Now shading. Let's say worksheet titles, I have to give the shading to all. I can apply it from here. So it gets applied across. For now you see where it got changed, the text objects. Here you see the changes in the filters, name of the filters. So these are considered as your objects. So here is your text object. This is your image object. Yes. So by that way, it will show, if I make it center. So it becomes into center alignment. Worksheet title shadings, we have seen borders of dashboard title you want to create, you can create it. Worksheet font and shading, format of workbook. So here it goes with your grid lines. So these are all your grid lines. So if I make it as off, so all your lines, grid lines would be off. Zero lines, reference lines, drop lines, axis tick mark. You see this? If you have got a tick marks and you want to remove this, so you know, I can make it to 0. Rulers. Sorry, the headers. Yes. So this is the way where you are going to use your objects. So what do you mean by extensions? So extensions are used as per the company's requirement. You are going to add this integrated stuff. Okay, when you want advanced analytics to be applied, custom filters. So these are the connectors where you can connect with. So it all depends upon companies, what they are exactly using it. So some are paid and some are free. So it depends which company using what kind of analytics, add-on extensions we can use them. The ask data. This is on the latest version where, when you have a connection of Tableau server, when the client provides you the sign-in action, that is Tableau server's access, or the company where you would be working, there you would be getting this access. In that case, you're going to use it. Navigation. What do you mean by navigation here? So, so these are the different charts which you want to create text or an image. So what does exactly mean, or what exactly it gives? Here it gives you option is okay. Let me show you. Let me bring one more logo. So you're creating a button to navigate to the particular sheet, like in hyperlink. Okay, background, whatever you want to give it, just give that. Borders, you want to create it, create the borders. Okay. So what is the use of this? Is whether you want to give it on a button level, button style as a text, or an image. You are going to use this language. Now let's say if I want to download this as a PDF. Okay. So whether you want this whole, now let's say if I apply something filter, let's say 2012. Okay, let me make this as apply to the worksheets with the options. Show apply button. Okay. Now this is the view we have to take as PDF form. Okay. So you see, I'm giving the form of PDF to the end user. Click on open. When I double click now, when I'm presenting it, so you want whether an active sheet or entire workbook in a A4 size, whichever the size you want, in the form of landscape you want, A4 size you want, entire workbook you want, you can click on OK. Now you see it creates in a form of PDF format. When let's say I'm saving it on to sales. So as I've applied a filter on 2012 to sales 2012. I'll click and save it. Click on OK. Now you see I've got a snapshot of the dashboard. Okay. So it saves in a form of PDF with that particular snapshot. Simple. That is the use of your download. So these are the new options which are applied in the latest versions. Previously, in the older versions, you would be finding till the level of blank image. Data storage was also newly added. Ask data is newly added before 2021 or 2022. These options were not available. Till the level of extensions, text, horizontal, vertical, image, download were the common features which were added. But in the latest version, We have got like Einstein, discovery, add filters. So, okay. So here we can configure. So we'll have a separate session on this. Okay. Today, you create your own dashboards, create the connectivity, give the overview. Don't try to create this as simple. You can create your own way of presenting your dashboard. Okay. It should not be the same what I have done. This is the simplest way of creating the dashboard I have shown. Okay. For the background, you can bring the image and create the background also for it. It is not necessary that directly we are going to give the background colors, okay, and using directly the sheets. I want you people to create this in a better way. Okay, this is the simplest way what I have tried to showcase. Your original dashboard should be a more systematic and more improved way. Okay, try to use images, try to use different types of images into the sheets or apply the sheets icons as your filters part. That also we can do it to make it more dynamic and more interesting. Okay. Can I get this dashboards by tomorrow, everyone? So that we
Yes,
can
Yes, sir.
we can discuss this dashboard of everyone by tomorrow. And whatever is left out, we can discuss and complete this Tableau thing. Okay.
yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
All right, guys. I'll be uploading this yesterday's and today's. If you go through it, it will complete your basic version of dashboards. And I want to guide you guys to use this and improve a lot on creating this dashboard. Okay, this is not the way to present the dashboard. There is more in detail and more improvement in this dashboard. Okay,
Yes, sir.
perfect.
Okay, sir.
All right. Yeah. Bye-bye. Practice and share the Tableau public link. Okay.
Okay.
Right, everyone. This is to everyone, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.